Today is December 27th, 2024, and pretty bad day for my account, down about 3.25% today. And this is on a day where the NASDAQ is down 1.3. And for most of these moves, I would say it's pretty expected, like Robinhood, Palantir, Tesla, on a day where the NASDAQ is down pretty bad. Those names are also probably going to do bad. But some things that kind of stick out to me are Nike is barely red today, only down 0.7%. And you would assume that consumer discretionary on a day where the market is heavy red would also be down pretty bad. But Nike seems to be holding up pretty well. So that is something good that I noticed today. Another thing that is pretty much expected is Pepsi up 0.5%, almost 0.6%. I did kind of expect consumer staples like Pepsi and those types of stocks to hold up well whenever the market eventually turns around. But the one thing I guess is still going down surprisingly is TLT. And I've been seeing a lot more chatter on X and just social media in general about making a play on TLT, whether it's selling puts or just straight up buying it and just sitting and waiting for like a market correction type of scenario, because TLT has been down hard while the market has also been going up. So I've noticed a lot of people saying that 2025 might be the year where stocks kind of take a breather. Maybe we have a correction. Most likely we'll have a correction, but a lot of people already expect 2025 to have a correction for stocks. So who knows, it might just be flat and just kind of go nowhere. But while stocks are going down or just floating around doing nothing, TLT might have a good year next year. Who knows? And as for myself, I did look at the puts for TLT to see if there's one that's worth selling. So that's a cash secured put, meaning I'm going to collect premium. And if TLT ends up going down to my strike and I hold that contract, I will be forced to buy 100 shares of TLT at my agreed upon price. I was kind of looking into that, and I might do that, but I just want to kind of wait and see. I do want to save some more money, but I don't know if I want to save money by putting it into TLT or just straight up putting it in a high yield savings account, that sort of thing. So I guess that is just something that I'm looking into. And as for some stocks that I wish I could buy or would be buying if I had a ton of capital, definitely I would be buying Nike because, like I said, it's holding up pretty decent right now during this whole, well, I don't want to say the market is dipping bad, but on a day where the NASDAQ is down 1.3%, you would expect Nike to kind of follow along with it, but it's actually holding up pretty well. So that is a green flag for Nike, and I would be buying more at 76 if I had the money to do so, of course. That is not a recommendation at all. That is not financial advice. That is just me saying what I would be doing if I had a ton more capital in this account. I would also definitely buy more Pepsi if I had the capital. I think 150 is a pretty fair price, a reasonable price for Pepsi, considering I think it'll go back up to 170. So it's not a life-changing money, but it's just somewhere that I would park money if I had it. And of course, PayPal, maybe. I could definitely see PayPal going 100. And also EA. I think 148 is a pretty fair price for EA, considering I think EA could go back up to the recent highs it just made. I think it's like 160. Let's check it out, actually. Yeah, so around 167. I could definitely see EA going back to 170 and eventually 200 in the future. So if I had a bunch more money laying around, I would definitely park it there. I would also take a look at Nubank. Nubank has been going down pretty bad. So I want to say it did end up, Robinhood isn't showing it, but I do think Nubank hit 16. I'm not sure, but I do think Nubank can go back up to those highs. So that's pretty decent upside there. And of course, I also recently had a video about REPX. That's like my speculative small cap energy play. I also see a lot of people saying Google is a buy right now. And some price targets I've been seeing online, like on YouTube and X, are $220 per share. A lot of people are saying that's where a price target, a fair price for Google should be. But in my opinion, I could definitely see a scenario where the mega caps go through a correction and it takes Google back down to 175. So even though I don't have a lot of Google, I literally have one share and it doesn't really affect me. And it's usually not a good strategy to just sit and wait for things to crash to end up buying it. I fully understand that, but I guess considering my situation where I don't have a whole boatload of capital to deploy, it's better for me personally to just wait and see what plays out in terms of Google if it ends up going back to 175. If it does, I definitely would put more money into Google, but that's just kind of where I'm at right now in terms of my portfolio. Just still stacking up a little bit more cash and riding these couple puts that I had sold. And yeah, basically don't let days like today spook you.